It's up to you. You tell 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 5 minutes, up to you.
Okay, so very good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
I hope all had breakfast.
Yes.
Good. So, before starting the session, I already told in the previous class that what I am going to discuss in this class. Who's remember that? Who? No one? Why?
We had an introduction of hotel.
Introduction of hotel.
Correct. So the first portion we have already completed, but we are not going to waste the time much on that same particular topic. But we'll have a little bit of discussion at the end of the class. Okay. So now I am going to teach the next part of it, which is ANS and DNS. What is ANS and DNS? Anyone? No idea?
Answer.
Miss Sushma, do you have any idea what is ANS, DNS? Just try once.
Did not stay.
No. Try yourself. You have brain, please utilize that. No? In front of us, what should be ANS? What can be ANS? Nothing? Nothing is coming to your mind?
After night stay, during night stay.
No. It is arrival, notification, sleep, and DNS is
Departure.
absolutely correct. Departure, please note this one. This is very important for your internal as well as for your semester. Departure, notification, sleep. What is that? What do you understand by this? Arrival, notification, sleep. Anyone? Try. How many times I have to tell? You have to try.
And this has to be given. This has to be, arrival notifications. It has to go to all the departments so that whoever the guest is coming in, according to
And DNS is
departure.
absolutely correct. Departure, please note this one. This is very important for your internal as well as for your semester. Departure, notification, sleep. What is that? What do you understand by this? Arrival, notification, sleep. Anyone? Try. How many times I have to tell? You have to try.
And this has to be given. This has to be, arrival notifications. It has to go to all the departments so that whoever the guest is coming in, according to their preferences, what a every service is supposed to designate the room for
Correct.
housekeeping.
Absolutely correct. Ms. Shushma is absolutely correct. As the name is suggesting, the arrival notification slip, before the guest arrives in the hotel, this particular slip has to made by the front office department, and this particular slip has to go to all the other core departments so that the other 3 core departments can make the arrangement for that particular guest. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes.
So for instance, a VIP, so and so VIP is coming in room number 204, and that particular VIP, his preference is he wanted to have his breakfast at 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay, and in his breakfast he wanted to have a sandwich. Alright, so in arrival notification form, before the guest comes, the front office department has to put in the arrival notification form by saying that so and so guest is coming, who is a VIP guest who going to stay in room number 204. His preference is a sandwich with so and so whatever it is, and he wanted to have it at 7 o'clock in the morning. Clear? So do you understand what is the importance of the arrival notification form?
Yes.
Understood everyone?
Yes.
Any doubt on this? You can ask me. Same way, departure notification form. The guest is going to depart. but you have to inform the same thing to the other core departments. Why? Why it is important to tell that particular guest is going to demand?
Bill settlement.
Exactly. For the bill settlement. Because when we are already knowing that when the guest is going to stay in the hotel, for each and everything guest does not pay then and there. Right? So might be guest is there, like some outstanding may be there in his folio. So before guest goes from the hotel, we need to do the settlement, right? We need to take the money from the guest. Otherwise, what will happen? We will have the loss of revenue, right? The hotel will be going under the loss. So that should not happen. So before the guest goes, we have to send the departure notification slip to the other 3 core departments so that they can send the outstanding bills and they make and send to the front office, and at the time of the checkout they can settle the bill. Clear everyone?
Yes,
Any
sir.
doubt with regards to this topic? Arrival notification slip, departure notification slip. So I hope everyone have already noted it down. Okay? So again, what is ANS?
Arrival notification.
Very good. What is DMS?
Departure notification.
In one line, what is the importance of ANS?
Guest preferences or.
Passing the information. to
Correct.
the-
What is DMS? In one line?
Clearing
all
all
the
the
bills and
settlements.
Absolutely correct. That's all. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving.
Yes. Next, who has to do? You should tell. You can pick up anybody.
Satashi.
I give it. Thank you.
Where are you from, Saptarshi?
I'm from Northeast Shillong.
Shillong.
Yes.
Look at DrTPS Shillong. Who is that? You are from Hyderabad only? Or Andhra?
I am basically from Odisha, but born
Odisha.
brought up in Kolkata.
Kolkata. আমি বাংলা বলছি উড়িষ্যা বার
Odisha, Bhubaneswar is
Bhubaneswar.
very name.
Very good morning, everyone. My name is Saptarshi. So, as you have all come from your IET Industrial Training Exposure, so I would like to ask you all, you went through the syllabus which I sent you all yesterday before the starting of the college week? You all went through your syllabus? No. Okay. Do you know which subject we will be talking about in this semester? Because front office starts from your first semester, it goes till sixth semester, but it is having different levels of it, right? So do you know which level are we on? Do you have any understanding where we are in as of now? Management level, yeah, very correct, because you're in the third year as of now. So this semester we'll be talking about front office accounting management. What do you understand by this subject will be going? The word you can see front office accounting management. So there is one word which is different, is accounting, right? So what do you understand by the word accounting? Any idea anybody has regarding this word, or did you heard this word previously so that we can talk about it?
Accounting income, expense.
Yes.
Tracking
Income,
expenses done by guests.
expenses done by guest. Anything? Anish?
And a payment credit.
Collecting, summarizing, analyzing the money.
Yes. So accounting basically talks about we will be collecting the data, which is a financial data. We will collect it and we will analyze it, and then we will provide a summarizing detailed report of it, any accounting thing. Now here what we are talking about, we will be talking about hotels. Hotels, which department deals with money? All the departments somehow deals with money, probably food and beverage and front office. But front office, as it's a face of the hotel, will be taking the money from the guest in every encounter. Now, so front office accounting management, we already got to understand what is accounting. Accounting is a collection of financial data between the hotel and guest, and we will then summarize the details according to it. Now you need to tell me that, do you know the stages of it? Because everything has stages, right? I already told you have been to the first semester till third semester. Your life, everything is a stage thing. So do you know that accounting also might be having a stage or something? Do you have got an idea according to the syllabus if you're going through anybody?
No, sir.
Yeah, 4 stages.
4 stages, okay. Then let me talk about the 4 stages. First stage is pre-arrival. 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 Arrival. During stay. Stay. Departure. So accounting cycle is divided into 4 stages. Guest cycle is also divided into 4 stages. Guest cycle, everything is a cycle in life, out from our birth, like when we are conceived till our death, that's a cycle, right? So here also we are having a cycle that is from a pre-arrival, arrival, during stay, departure, that is known as guest cycle. You have studied in the 3rd semester, which is a guest cycle. Now here I am just adding on the thing which is accounting. How do we deal with the monetary part of it? So in the pre-arrival, if I am talking about pre-arrival, the guest is not arrived in the hotel, right? Guest is not arrived in the hotel. So what do you think that what will happen in the pre-arrival? First, when I go think of going somewhere, I will first think that I want to go. Then I will think what was my purpose of visiting that place. I want to go for some travel, I want to go for business, I want to go for pilgrimage. I will be thinking about, according to that, I will be choosing a location. Will I need to go to some other place, airport, near to airport, or all those things? According to that, I'll be choosing the preference also. Like this is the type. Suppose if I do not have budget, also plays a very important role. If I do have affluent money to spend, I will be going to the high class hotels. But if I don't have money that much, or I don't want to have so many hours to stay, I will be staying for 6 hours, 7 hours. I just need a bag to crash. I will take something. Or I am traveling alone, I will be going, no family has been taken care of, so I can stay anywhere. Depending on the situation, the guest will choose the hotel. Now, choosing the hotel also takes in different stages. Firstly, nowadays, previously, people used to go to the hotel, do have a room, this kind of things used to happen, right? But nowadays, most of the people do not have this. They always go to the online sites. Like, can you tell me one online site, everybody? Or Go Ibibo, then tell me one more. Make my trip.
Is my trip.
Is my trip.
Trivago.
Clear trip.
Huh? Clear trip.
Booking.com.
Yesterday's, yeah. These are the very good examples where we can see different types of hotels, and according to our preference, according to our needs, we choose the hotel according to our budget. So before that, we will choose the hotel, and then what we will do, we will do the booking. Now, booking has to be done, a confirmed booking. Like when you go to the flight, right? When we go by the flight, we have to have a confirmed booking. Confirmed booking means, to call it a confirmed booking, what do we need? We need to pay money. Unless and until we pay the money, our bookings cannot be confirmed. So I will pay the money, I will confirm my booking. That is the stage. Pre-arrival is done. Guest is yet to come in the hotel. I have not come to the hotel, I have just seen the hotel, I want to go to this place, or due to my preference, I will choose the hotel accordingly, and that's done. Now, the guest has already booked the hotel, booking is done. Now, after that, the guest will arrive to the hotel. What do you understand with the word arrival?
It's the first interaction between the office and the guest.
Okay, interaction,
Check-in done.
check-in done,
When the guest comes to the hotel.
comes to the hotel. Animesh?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please. Filling out the forms. Any idea? First, when the guest comes to the hotel, he meets first the security personnel. He doesn't meet the front office. That's the first thing he will be meeting. The security. When you go to the hotel, have you seen they are doing the namaste? They take the car bonnet and they do the namaste. So first person you meet in the hotel is the security. Then the security will do what? Security will make sure open the door for you, and after that they will tell you, sir, please welcome to this hotel, and they will escort you till the main porch or the lobby area. And by the time somebody from the bell desk will carry the baggage for the luggage scan. That's the procedure of a 5-star hotel. So the baggage has been scanned and the guest automatically, if it's a VVIP guest, he doesn't stand in the lobby. Somebody from the guest relations team will be there in the reception to take the guest directly to the room for check-in. If the guest is a regular guest, the guest needs to go to the counter and say that I have a reservation. Reservation happened in what time? Pre-arrival. So already we know that this guest is coming to the hotel. So the guest will be going to the hotel. Pre-reservation has already been done. The guest goes to the hotel and tells that I am so and so. The hotel will probably ask, what may I know your last name? They do not ask the first name of the guest. May I know your last name? So automatically, if you say my last name is Miss Nair, Sajiv Vishwas, my name is Vishwas, so they will type in Mr. Vishwas and they will tell the Mr. Welcome to this hotel, Mr. Vishwas, something similar to that. And if you are coming back, welcome back, what they will use in that, because they want to show that you are valued. That's very much important in the guest relations, that you are being valued. So during that time, they will do the financial formalities there. Like if you have not, like if it's a walk-in means that you do not have a booking. So if it's a walk-in, they will take the money, but already you have paid the money for your stay. So automatically they will not ask you the money for that, but they will ask you for a pre-authorization of your credit card. Like pre-authorization of credit card means that we will keep your credit card on file, but we will not charge you for that. I'm blocking the amount from your credit card. The block will be done from your credit card, but you are not being charged. Only on the departure, when you pay the money, you will be charged accordingly, but your money has been blocked. Why do you think that money has been blocked? Now the question will be coming, okay, I have given the money during the room, but why these people are asking me money now? Like, because we do not want uncertainty in the business. Suppose you are carrying a one baggage, you might leave anytime, right? So in that case, no matter who, you might give me a documentation which might not be correct, authenticate. So what will I do is that I will try to make sure I have something to hold upon a money. So I will charge you maybe 10%, 20% of your stay on the credit card on file, and keep it on file and tell the guest it's a pre-authorization and we have not charged you for that. While departure, you need to pay for it. It's just a blocking we have done for you. And after your departure, the blocking will automatically get released automatically. Now during stay, so you know that pre-authorization happened, the guest has filled up the form, we have given the key to the guest has been taken to the room. That has all happened during arrival. Now guest is staying in the hotel. Now that is the most important part of our situation. The guest is staying in the hotel. So if you stay in the hotel, automatically you will not stay. What will you do is that you will have food and beverage. Any more outlets will you like to go? Bar, okay, bar, spa, specialty restaurants, banquets, confectionery shops, gym is not chargeable here in most of the hotels. Laundry, florist. We will take different kind of services from the hotel. Do we always pay in every point? We do not pay that. What happens there? We just tell the guest to sign a bill. So during that time, the guest will just sign the bill, and this bill will be put up in your room number, which will be given in your name only. So XYZ, suppose Miss Nayak is staying in 201 room number. So Miss Nayak will have a folio, file will be created in your name, and all the charges will be given accordingly, and whatever you are consuming or whatever services you have taken during your stay. Now during the stay, one more important thing also happens. Sometimes things might not go according to the situation. We might do blunders. There is always some uncertainty which is happening in our business, right? There might be, suppose somebody was changing an outfit, somebody went unknowingly, did not knock, the procedure, SOPs was not followed, went. During that time, what we do is that we make sure guest is being taken care. Atithi Devo Bhava. You all have gone through that word, Atithi Devo Bhava, right? So in Indian hospitality, we always follow guest is next to God. The way we appreciate the well-being, so we have to feel that empathetically, like if I stand into that shoe, how that person will feel. If somebody does this kind of things with me, how will I feel? So we have to make sure that we give the best of our service on that very capacity. We cannot be over-promising also. Accounting also tells us we do not over-promise our guests. What do we have, we will give that, and what we do not have, say that we do not have but we do not say the word we do not have. We give the alternatives first, then we say we do not have. It's the way of telling. The conversation has to be so smooth. People should be very much mindful when we're talking in the hotel. So during that stay, we already know guest has come to the hotel. Now guest is staying, all the food consumption and everything happened. During that time, we are making sure that money has been kept monitored. Now, suppose somebody had taken up yesterday night, somebody took a champagne from a restaurant which cost around 6 lakh rupees. It might cost, or something, a beverage which might cost, a wine which might cost 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs, or don't you think the next day it will be coming in a high balance report? High balance, okay. Now talking about high balance report is a report where next every day we get to know what was the high balance, like the guest who was having high balance which needs to be paid immediately. So automatically somebody had booked a room of 30,000 rupees. We have taken a pre-auth of 20,000 rupees, but yesterday night he took a champagne of I'm taking time. So so somebody took a champagne of
6 lakhs.
6 lakh rupees. So what do I do is that I will try to call the guest and ask for the money that moment or the very next day. Like, sir, there is a, we do not say we have a high balance also, that's very insulting. To like, okay, I will pay. I know that I have this balance, I know I will pay, right? So we have to be very consciously speaking to the guest and making sure that, while having a conversation in between, you put up the, so you will do that. So guest has already, if it's a very high balance thing, you will take the money on that spot if you cannot give extended in it. Departure time, whatever the guest has consumed, whatever services XYZ services guest has taken, we will make sure we do the checkout. Now, to call it a checkout, the balance has to come to a 0. If the balance in your file will be created in your name, so if the balance doesn't comes to 0, we cannot close the bill. So it's very much important for us to have it 0, and then we will close the bill. That's the cycle. So today we have spoken about what is accounting. Today I've spoken about today what is front office accounting management as a subject, and given you an overview of the subject, because it's very much important you know what you are gonna do, learn. Now from next class onwards, we will detailedly talk about small aspects, what comes into this accounting system. But today, as it's my first class of the semester, I have given you an overall picture of the semester, what you are gonna learn in this semester. Thank you so much for having me, and have a great day.
Next to who?
Next would be Rohit.
Today's topic will be classification of vegetable, mostly, but most of the topic you all cover in your first year. So we'll be speaking something which comes under vegetable, but it has a different category. You can call it as a we use fungus in kitchen. We serve food, we make food, we cook food. So if it's a bacteria, it's not supposed to be consumed, but still we are having it. Why?
There's a good bacteria also we consume.
Okay. Good bacteria, there's another name called probiotic. Okay. But the fungus, what we are going to speak about in the class, what I'm going to take about is truffles. Any idea? What is a truffle? Okay. Now, mushroom also comes under a fungus. So, this is one kind of fungus. Mushroom is different category of fungus. Both are edible fungus. Okay. So, truffles mostly originated in Italy, famous in Italy, France. So, in the beginning, these truffles are like they have no value. It's like potato. So Chinese used to feed them to pigs, usually. But the real value of this truffle came out, people came to notice during Italy and France during medieval age around 15th century. Okay, so the kings started to have it because first thing that made it expensive is it has a unique flavor where most of the vegetable doesn't have it. Okay. Speaking about truffles, anyone has any idea what will be the price of this? Price of truffles? Like let's say 100 grams?
5,000 rupees, 10,000.
Maybe a 500 grams of truffles will be around $5,000. So it's much expensive. You have all have seen it like maybe in YouTube. You know, chefs they shave it on beautiful pasta. So this is truffles, and mushroom also comes under truffles, but they are not that expensive. There are points which make truffle expensive is because it's rare, okay, and you cannot cultivate it. Everyone understand what is cultivation?
Yes.
So if you have a rice, take some seeds. You have a piece of land. You just cultivate much more bigger quantity. But truffles, no, you cannot. It's like a kind of a surprise. You only find it in a certain season around pine trees under the ground. So you find it under the ground, maybe under like 5 to 10 feet under the ground. Now the next reason why the truffles are expensive, let's say harvesting. Harvesting, any idea what is harvesting? Like for rice, we have harvesting season. So the rice is fully grown, you harvest it, cut it down, dry it, process it, pack it. So that is called harvesting. So when it comes to truffle, harvesting, you cannot find it because it's under you. Basically, for example, if you need a piece of metal, if you have a metal detector, you can find it, even under a few hundred meters underground. But the problem with the truffles is there are only two things which can find truffles. One is pigs, the second is dogs. So in all ages, the main thing is like they use most of the time they use pigs for cultivating, harvesting the truffles. But problem with the pigs is it consumes it immediately when it finds the truffle. So it's the loss of money, a lot of money. So eventually they train dogs to find the truffles. It has a very strong sense of smell. So they train the dog. So they started to train dogs to harvest the truffles. That's how the truffles are dug out and sold. Mostly the lifetime of truffles is mostly like not more than 3 or 4 days. So the truffles, what you find mostly in Hyderabad, they are like pickled, a brine or truffle oil, which is completely useless. It's Chinese truffles. The oil is synthetic. It's not original. Okay. Any questions? Something about truffles?
No.
Thank you. Gopal sir.
Good morning to everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Today we are going to start a basic topic in a kitchen. It's nothing but a hand wash. Let's learn what is the importance of hand wash and why it is important in the kitchen as well as in our daily life. Okay? Hand wash we do generally in homes. Like we don't have any particular time so we don't follow any instructions. We just keep our hands underneath of wet water. We use some soap oil and we rub our hands. So we have a certain time limit for hand wash. That's nothing but whenever you do the hand wash, just you need to wet your hands with the warm water. After wetting your hands with the warm water, then you need to rub it. Rubbing in a sense, it should be rubbed entire palms, underneath of knuckles, nails. So why we do this in a part wise is the chemicals, it will be presented in nails or in palms, in knuckles. Whenever you are rubbing each and everything, your hand wash is done. Let's take 20 seconds to do it. Your rubbing part, again you will rinse it with the warm water. Then next we do apply for a sanitizer. Why we apply sanitizer here?
To make our hand bacteria free.
Okay.
Sanitizers kills bacteria.
Already you know washing your hand wash, you use soap oil, which kills your bacteria for certain time. We use sanitizer not to develop the growth of bacteria. Now by hand wash you are killing bacteria in the hand. Next you are using sanitizer to not spread the bacteria from here. Here you have particular points where you do hand wash. Let's assume it's a sink. By looking these pictures, here is a sink. Here you have a running water tap. You will have a connecting of warm water. First you will rinse your hands underneath of warm water. Then you will take the soap oil from this and you will rub the hands for 20 seconds. And later on, you will wipe it with the tissue roll. Here what you need to do is whenever you wipe it with the tissue roll, again you are catching the another substance. It might have a chance that there is a bacteria over presented here. Then you will take this tissue, with the help of this tissue, you will press the sanitizer pump. Then sanitizer will fall into your hand and you will throw out the tissue paper and you will apply the sanitizer. Hereafter, you will start working in a kitchen. This is a basic step in kitchen. The next step is we follow FIFO. FIFO in the sense, first in, first out. To have a great example of this, today day one I have got one bread packet, one milk and jam. Next day I even get the bread, milk and butter. In third day I need to use it for a small party. Which bread I will use? Each have the shelf life of 2 days.
The first one.
The first one. The reason why we use the first one is it start getting, whenever you open the packet, the shelf life will come down. If at all you are opening the second one, today what if I got it's a fresh, I need to eat fresh one. So what should I do at the time? I shouldn't purchase more ingredients whatever are required for today. And first in first out, it also helps to clear all the kitchen particles in a soft manner. Whenever you stack your stock in kitchen, day by day the kitchen will be fully equipped with your vegetables, either breads and all. Then there might be a confusion chances whichever you need to use first. If at all you use the day which you bought in today, the day which you bought in last day could be getting affected and you will throw the particular dish. So it makes a lossage of money and the lossage of ingredients also. There might be few valuable ingredients which couldn't purchase very easily. So this is the main general topic what we follow the hand wash. In next session we are going to learn about the kitchen hygiene and cleanliness. Anybody is having any doubts?
No, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next.
You select them.
Just the topic confusing.
Just 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Welcome back, everyone. Last class we have discussed about the fermented beverages. As I have told you also earlier that like a person cannot reach that directly in the third floor or in the third stair if you cannot climb the first two, isn't it? So in the beverage, whenever you are learning something, so you have to understand that first step, that is the fermented beverage. So how you are getting the from which you are getting the wine. Over here, once you are getting the wine, after that is the first step of getting the alcoholic beverage out of grapes. Then we are using all kind of grains, and the next step over here we are using the brewing process, and we are getting the beer. Now there is another step which is coming now, that is distillation. Distillation is a process in which we are boiling the alcohol, boiling the fermented beverage to get the purest form of alcohol. Over here, the wine which you are getting, that is maximum 21% of alcohol is there in that fermented beverage. Alright. When your brewing process is there, again it is getting down, and we are adding water, so it's getting down, and the alcoholic percentage carries from 3% to maximum 12, maybe 30. But over here in the distillation process, now what is the thing is happening?
I cannot see the board.
Now in the distillation process, now what is happening, you will come to know, so that we are getting about 55% of alcohol. Okay. Now what this process is all about?
Concentrating the alcohol.
No sir. I'm sure I'll show you one diagram, then you will come to know.
We do it in the pressure cooker also.
So this is little different, sir. Fine. I'm sure, like when you are studying in class, in your school days, you have seen this kind of chemistry things in the chemistry lab, right? So we call it as a distillation process over here. Okay. So with the help of a small burner or with the help of a small fuel tins, we used to heat the liquid, which is the lowest density of chemical. It will get vapor first. So over here now we are going to do it with the fermentation process. So we know that the boiling temperature of water is 100 degrees centigrade. What is the boiling temperature of the alcohol? Anyone? Okay. So over here, the boiling temperature of the alcohol is 68.5 degrees centigrade. Okay. The temperature, once it reaches at 68.5 degrees centigrade, the alcohol will start getting vapor in vapor. Now we call it as evaporation. Now what is condensation?
Cooling.
To cool that vapor and transforming again from the vapor to the liquid. Over here we are cooling, we are condensing the vapor into the liquid and we are getting the purest alcohol. Okay. Over here the alcohol percentage is almost 100% of alcohol, but we dilute with the water to reduce the alcohol percentage from, that is minimum of the 40% or maximum it can be 75%. Okay. Now almost the same thing we are making with the help of pot distillation. We are putting a vessel which is made of copper pot. We are boiling the alcohol and with the same process we are getting the alcohol. We call it as a distillation process, the pot distillation. Another name of pot distillation is also known as alchemic distillation. Pot or alchemic. Now, why do we use this pot? Anybody? Any guess? Any guess?
Pot as pose.
Because we are using only copper vessels. Okay. And let me tell you, copper is the best conductor of heat and electricity. So that is the reason we are always using copper pot. So that is the reason the name has came all the way from pot distillation. Now this is one of the oldest type of making alcohol. Mostly we are using pot distillation for making any kind of whiskey or brandy. But now what about water levels? What about gin levels? How do we get that so clear and crystal alcohol?
It's a continuous distillation.
Yes, sir.
Sir, 2 minutes only.
I'll take another 1 minute. Sir. That is another name of DrTPS. This is distillation. This is another diagram.
Patent still.
We call it as a patent still, or else we also call it as a coffee still method. Over here, now let me tell you, we are using the help of pipes. We are putting the alcohol in a chamber. In the same manner, we are using it over here. We are putting up the fire over here, and when the temperature raises till 68.5 degrees centigrade, the alcohol will start evaporating. Now, over here, we have a very small chamber to convert the fermented evaporation of alcohol into the condensation point of alcohol. But over here, everything is automatic. This chamber is mostly used as a chiller machine of water, ice, carbon, and diamonds also. Because these are the factors which we call it as the using for the carbonation, for the condensation process. Now this process will be continuing after the same. Like this is the first chamber. There will be another 2 chambers. Then another 3, maybe another 5 also. So if you see any of the bottles from here, there is a bottle known as Shirak, which says that 5 times distilled. Okay. So the number of distillation, the number of more clarity will be getting. So by this process, you are getting the purest form of alcohol and more crystal color. Any doubts?
No, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Take it, Shri Lakshmi.
Thank you, sir. And hello, everybody. Again. Salim, sir, what's the date today? What's the date? 19th July. Thank you. You should come on. Because last class I did discuss
Yes, I remember.
that yes, we should always tell the date in the full form and always try to write it in a DDMO and then MO. Alright. So just to give a small recap, in the last class we did know the importance of non-verbal communication. Right? That was our main focus area. And during that discussion, we did a lot of math. You remember? Percentage math,
Yes.
100%, right? All that. And right. What was the percentage of verbal communication, if anybody remembers? I'm sorry, I'm asking you.
Yes.
Yes, it was less.
5%.
No,
7%.
right, is also there. 7%, right? 7% of 100%. Anyway. And I remember I gave you homework also. Yes. Difference between etiquette and manners. I mean, sir. You had 2 chocolates. You remember that? You were hungry. I know you skipped your lunch. That day, 2 chocolates. Tell me, did anybody do a research on etiquette, manners? Because those are very commonly words, right? Right from our childhood, we say, manners is there, manners is nahi hai, you don't have manners and all that. And etiquette though is a synonym of our hotel industry, right? Day in, day out. we say. Okay, yes. Okay, set of manners. Anyway, that's not the topic for today, but I'll just give you a one-liner of both of us. Etiquette is something to do with the code of conduct that goes as per the society that you are in. Alright? Like we did a exercise on knowing the cultural difference, right? The etiquette for us in India is to do namaste. If you go to a European country, maybe he'll hug you and give you a peck. Or for somebody might give you a handshake, right? Somebody might also just say and bow down. We also understood that, right? So our etiquette depends on the society, but manners is something to do with your inner, the product or the culture or the environment that we are exposed into it. So I can be very polished. I can follow all the etiquettes that are there in my society, but still have no manners in treating people. How you treat your people, how you handle the environment around you tells whether how mannered you are. So both are very different terms. So it is used synonymously, but no. Especially in our industry, it is important that we need to have manners and follow it. That's the note where I will leave you. But today, I'm going to talk a little about the verbal communication. In that, what is the most important thing in a verbal communication? Words. So words, how can I know the words? With the help of the language. Right? I'm just getting there. So we might have heard in our whole life, how important is language, how it will help us to live, blah blah blah. Google it, importance of language. person, learning a language plays a very important role because that's one medium which is, I would say, a very easy way of communicating or expressing ourselves. Communication is more about expressing our feelings and all that. So, Animes sir, tell me, how can we learn a language? How to learn a language? Because I'm not going to tell you what is language, how important is language. No, you can Google that part. We'll slightly spend few minutes on how to learn a language. How can I learn a language? Any thoughts? Quick.
By learning grammar.
Grammar. Okay, I'll try to make it more interesting. How to learn to speak a language.
Listen.
Okay. How to learn to speak a language.
By listening.
Body, no, language. Talking
Actions.
words. How can we learn to speak words? If I have to put it in.
Loud. Speak.
Listen.
Speaking it loudly. Okay.
Listen, understand and analyze.
Yes.
Observe.
Listen to it. Okay. Listen, understand, and analyze.
Observe.
Observe. Okay.
By reading.
Reading. Very good.
Connect.
Okay. By connecting with. Connecting to. I'm trying my prepositions there. Connecting by. What?
Connecting by anything like visualization or something.
Okay, yeah, through seeing or something. Rupa, how can I learn to speak a language? Suppose I tell you, come tomorrow with Spanish language. How will you learn to speak Spanish?
Read.
Read.
Practice.
Yeah. Vinay sir. Writing. All right. Okay. I'll take you guys way back to your childhood. It's an interesting story which I always share with all the batches. This is a common thing that goes. When we are born, when is the first time you said a word? Normally, we say amma, atta, ma, papa, in our own language, right? When is the first time we speak? We say a word.
When I write.
9 months. Yeah, 9 months. For girls, we normally speak early because we don't stop talking. For boys, a little late, but when do you start? As an average. Prashant, when did you start talking? If you remember.
I don't know.
When you remember, you started talking?
It's 1 to 2 years.
Yeah, 1, 2 years, everybody agree?
Yes.
Between 1 to 2 years, we will be saying, oh, gee, no, I don't want, I don't like, and all that. Which school did we go at the age of 1? Did we have any teacher who taught us?
No,
Mother is a teacher.
no, mother is a big teacher.
Mother also doesn't make us sit and learn Amma today, learn Atta today.
We can observe from
Exactly, like it is rightly mentioned by all of us, language can be learned by listening, by being with the language. I would say it is not, don't look at learning a language as a activity or a compulsive thing to succeed in life. Learn a language by being with the language. Okay, you need to put your heart there. You need to enjoy the language. Then you can learn the language. So that's why I encourage most of my students to start watching movies. Or if you're a fan of cricket, listen to commentary in English rather than in Hindi. It's more about, yes, listening is one factor which is told that it is important because our brain generally affects, but you can also see, Nayanam, Pradhanam, even with your visual thing, you can learn the language very well. So use those components and try to always be with the language. It's not that, okay, today morning, 10 minutes, I will sit, listen the language, I will download an app, learn 10 sentences today. No, you cannot learn the language. It should be with you in your life. So please don't shut me out saying that English teacher, and English ma'am. So, don't block yourself to learn the language. That is what my observation with your seniors and super seniors. The moment we say English, you guys will shut it up. Oh my God, English, it's not my language. So it is not a very rocket science. If you embrace it, it's going to be a very happy ride and very interesting. Okay, I'll stop here today. And next class, again we will start off with the language.
language part, maybe we can try to create our own language in the next class. So come up with that thought, can we make our own language? Why should we learn only English? Maybe we will discuss more on that part. Isn't it? We should have our own language, right?
Yes.
Prashant?
Yes.
From tomorrow hotels will have Prashant language. Alright? So we'll discuss all that in the next class. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Okay, Himanshu sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Imperium of Palakasa, the Libo. What is it? Can I repeat?
Yes, sir.
Imperium of Palakasa, the Libo. As I said earlier, every day we learn something new, right? So that meaning that if you translate in Italian, it is Imperium of Palakasa, the Libo. Means we are going to learn something new today, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Good. Today I am going to discuss about caviar. Right? How many of you having idea about caviar? Right? Through or egg of a sturgeon fish. That kind of fish, it's called sturgeon. So where it is available exactly? Is it available in all the seas? Where it is available? Exactly. So it is available in Black and Caspian Sea. Okay? It is available in two seas, that is Black Sea and Caspian Sea. Right? So as I said that caviar is a sturgeon fish roux that is so expensive. If you go to hotel, around 10 gram of a caviar. Okay, if you see if you see in Indian rupees, it is not less than 10,000 rupees or 7,000 rupees. Okay, only the caviar if you order as appetizer, right? So it comes with the different accompaniments. Okay, accompaniments can be hard-boiled egg white, hard-boiled egg yolk. It should be separate, not together, right? With the chopped parsley, chopped green onion, and buckwheat blinis. Do you know anyone know what is buckwheat blinis? Buckwheat is a kind of grain. You can see it is made of that. It is a kind of patties, you can say. So what is buckwheat? Sorry, what is blinis?
It's a pancake.
Yeah, it's a pancake, you can say. Okay, so different types of accompaniment comes with the caviar. Okay, that is buckwheat blinis, chopped parsley, chopped green onion, sour cream, right? Then what else I said?
Even the butter also.
Butter also can come along with that. Cheese also you can give. Okay, cheese crackers also you can give. So different accompaniments comes with the caviar, right? So there are different types of caviar. Almost 20 types of caviar will be available in all over the world. But the most expensive caviar in the world, right? That is Sevruga. Sevruga. Write the spelling. Sevruga. Okay. Apart from Sevruga, there are another 4-5 most expensive caviar available in the world. Okay. Beluga, Betuga, and many more. Right. But Sevruga is the most expensive caviar in the world. Right. If I put example, I worked in Taj Phalaknuma. There was a appetizer that caviar. There was a caviar. Okay, Sevruga caviar. Cost was around, including tax, it is not less than 8,000 rupees. That comes with the different accompaniments. But always we have to do the off-selling of this product because it is not that every day more selling items. When we do the push sell, then only that will go to the guest, especially the foreign guest, right? Because as Indian, we have our palate have a taste to have the cooked food, not the raw food, like smoked salmon, like caviar. So we are not habituated. Okay, those who are born and brought up of foreign countries, like different countries like USA, UK, and other places like Australia, they can have it. But as an Indian, we cannot eat this, because when we eat this, it feels like a raw fish or raw meat, right? So I will send this PPT to all of you. All of you just go through it, have a deep knowledge about the caviar. Okay. Next class, just we are going to discuss more about the caviar. Okay. So we will finish it with this. Okay. All of you just relieve yourselves. Just raise your hand, all of you. Okay. Keep here, little back, and do like this. Say thank you to yourself. Thank you.
Who?
Anybody?
Finished?
Prashant.
He was the man who wanted to come first.
Madam also.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are talking about nature, not about our subject. Nature. What we get from the nature and what we give to the nature. So can you, anyone tell about what you are getting from the nature? Food. Everything. So what you are giving to the nature? Only carbon dioxide. So you are planting any trees for these days. So there is a name of green will, health well. So what is mean by green will and health well? So nowadays what we are doing, we are removing every trees, cutting and plant construction of our houses and all these things. So what happened at the end of the day? There is no rain, and the summer will become every year. It's like going high temperature. This is how we are getting, and and we are not supporting the farmers and all these things. Our government is not supporting our farmers to motivate, like in the mid of the farming and what we are getting from the market and the vegetable or we are getting. There is a middle, the broker are there. They take all the ingredients and they store and they make the marketing more high, like a vegetable. Nowadays we are getting the vegetable high price because of the storage of the broker. Then they raise the price. And what we are, if you compare with the 90s and these days, 90s days, if you go through I myself experienced it. For me, I feel 90s is the best because there is a playing, there is no restrictions, and the playing for the suns. We are getting the natural D vitamin from the sun. Nowadays, it's not happening for our kids also because there is a indoor games only happening, and because of the scaling, because of all the happenings we are seeing in our TVs and whatever, and the kids are also adapting for the TVs and mobile phones and all these things. If I think myself in my 90s, I go through and I want to teach to my kids also to explain, okay, this days is happened like me with my mother, and I go outside and play with all the kids and my friends, all these things. I just give an example, but I am not doing with my kids. You are understanding, everybody. Sorry. So every occasion, like your birthday or marriage day, all these things, you just plan for a tree. So this is my and I have an example for I came from Dubai. Because of the nature, I get the natural hair and natural food, all these things. Because I came from Dubai only, I settled here in India. So I enjoy the life with the nature, with my family, and survive with my kids and all these things. Thank you.
afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yes.
Good, sir.
Can asking three words, what's the meaning of job, and what is the meaning of tie, and what is the meaning of personality? Is it clear? I have only the first describe what is the meaning of job. Any idea?
Task.
Job is duties.
And responsibility towards the job. Towards the duty.
And what is the full form of job? No idea. It's a full form of job, just obey your boss. Just obey your boss. I have many interviews in 5-star hotels. I have some questions for general managers. You can search a job. What is the meaning of job? I can show. What is the meaning of job? Any sectors, any fields you have any work, you can as a boss, yes sir, just obey your boss. And the second meaning, what is the meaning of tie? Any employees, you can take a tie, right? What is the meaning of tie? Anybody else? Tie is the meaning of tactful in educations. Firstly, I can start learning first, second, last, and tie tactful in educations. Second, to get a marriage, can take a time, right? Third, what is the meaning of personality? Anybody here has a good personality, right? Personality. P stand for anybody else? P stand for pleasant. E stand for eagerness. And R stand for respect, remember. R stand for remember. And S stand for
Smile.
smile as a sincerity. And O stand for observance. And N stand for neatness. Neatness. And A stand for ability. And L stand for loyalty. I stand for
Identity.
intelligence. T stand for time work. And Y stand for ill. Y stand for ill. Do you have any personality? Please raise your hands. Do you have any factors of personality? P stand for positive. You can work any field. You can mind in your think is very positive. Eagerness. You can work any work as a be easily. You have work in eagerness in your work. Remember, you can learn. It's Dr. Professor is come as the most welcome for sir. You can learn for everything. Remember, you can read notebook, right? S stand for sincere. You have sincere in your work. Observance. Observe. You can observe everything. You can observe for any faculty. As a lecture, you can observe. N stand for neatness. You have as a neat for every day. A stand for ability. Many people has a different abilities. And N stand for loyalty. You have loyalty for any field. And I stand for intelligence. Intelligence is very important for every field. You can observe, you can write. And T stand for time work. Time work is very important in every field. For example, Western College of Hotel Management, the time is be punctual for on duty time. Right?
Yes.
The timing is
8:30.
8:30. 8:31, loss of pay. Right? And Y stand for ill. You can ill as work. Right. And the next class, qualities of personality development. Thank you so much.
Half day we spend in this.
Sir, with your permission. Yeah. That is the drum of the celebrity.
Anyway, so good afternoon to everybody. And more or less, if I am not wrong, all of you have attended 7 to 8 classes.
Yes.
And now we'll start with a small activity. May I request everyone to stand up, please? Right? It's a simple activity, no worries. Close your hands and palms, rub your palms. Generate some heat. If it is warm, rub on your eyes. Wipe your face. That's it. Please have a seat. I believe all of you are with attention. Right, guys. So today we are going to learn about. Before we learn, I just wanted to set the objective of the session. Today's objective will be, we are going to learn about the 5 essentials of a waiter. That is the objective of the session. At the end of the session, all will be able to count what are the kits as a waiter you need to carry with you. Am I clear? Right. So to do this, I will call one by one. You need to come to the board and you need to write the names. Okay. First, I request animals to come to the stage, please. You know, you have idea about the waiter scheme. Waiter scheme, essentials. Can you please, just to stop, can you please use the capital letters rather than using the small bottle? All are in capital letters, please. It will be easily understood for everybody. Rules are always there. Okay. Anybody can explain what is this? It's a bottle opener. Make the life simple. Okay. Yes, you can remember this point, but once you will be in the final year, final semester, that time the technical terms will be required. But as of now, you can remember it as a bottle opener. Wine opener, you can say. But I can't see anybody's writing. Yes. For the second one, you are nearest to me, so that's why I am calling you. Please write the next one. If you have idea, if you don't have, then I will go to the audience. Can you have a big class for the people? He is right, but I am stopping you. Please write it in the capital letter, please. Okay. I am so sorry. No, sir. I request suppose if you know, you can write down the third one. If you don't know, you can stand and then I ask to the audience. big claps for the gentleman again is right. The third one is something is called as scribbling pad. Is it possible? You have an idea about the fourth one? Yes. But I really have you all know that you are talking and you are talking earlier. Really, this time little loud claps. And the fourth one is correct. Now for the fifth one, I am not calling everybody. Fifth one, who can guess? Let me know, and then I write the fifth one. What is the fifth one?
It is obvious.
It's a Soviet. Can we have a big round of applause? Something is called a Soviet, guys. Just to inform all of you, it's a French term. Okay. In English, okay, it is called as a waiter's club. Okay, so we have considered the waiter's club rather than Soviet, but you can note down the point. Something is called as right. Now I'll go with a real life example. Huh? All of you look outside. How is the weather?
Very nice.
Nice, okay. Then cloudy. So if you feel there is a rain coming after a period of time, after 10 minutes the rain is definitely going to come, what do you do?
Enjoy this.
And you need to go outside. What do you
Carry
do?
umbrella.
That is a conversation. Similarly, once you are wearing the F&B service uniform, once you are wearing the F&B service uniform, once you are ready to go for the shift, before you join the shift, you always need to carry all the 5 things with you. That's why it is called it as a waiter's kit or waiter's essential. Right guys?
Yes, sir.
I am not taking too much of time. I am finishing the session over here. But before I am finishing the session, I just want anybody can recap what are the things as a waiter you need to carry with you. Mr. Himanshu?
Lighter, all
Yeah, all.
skipping pad, lighter, click pen or TikTok pen,
Okay.
waiter's cloth, and
Why not?
bottle of
So how many there is a count?
Five.
Okay. So outcome of this session is today we are able to learn. I believe all of you are able to count now. What are the
Yes.
5 things you need to carry with you?
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
See you in the
Lighter which means, sir?
lighter pen something.
like second one was on it.
No, no. Which type of lighter?
Oh.
Zippo.
You are asking about that. We'll finish it. We'll
Only telling lighter now.
I believe I am finishing in 5 minutes. Huh? Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon.
How are you all? Being sleepy?
Hungry.
Hungry. Class for 10 minutes? Yes. The topic today I'll cover is interior decoration. It is a part of third year. First year we learned what you are supposed to be doing as a associate, that is your room attendant. Then second year comes your supervisory level. Then you take care of pack stock, linen counting, right? Now the final year, what a manager does on a manager role. That is what is your management skill. Okay? There are many people in the hotel who do the room cleaning and to take the stock of the linen, to take the stock of all your daily amenities, but there are some jobs which only a housekeeper can do with the corporation of corporates. Okay, so one of the most important job of a housekeeper is interior designing. Anybody can say what interior designing is, because interior designing we not only do in our hotels but we also do it in our house, right? So can somebody tell about interior designing or interior decoration? What do you do it in your house, or recently if you have done anything?
Adding new shapes, new colors.
Okay. Okay, we
Decorating
decorate
the
our
room.
house,
Yes.
right? We decorate our house, and when I am decorating my house, the first thing opportunities in the market which I can start it in my house, buy and start. But can I do that? Can I buy everything from the market and I can start it and I can say it's an interior decoration? No. I have to justify every space and corner of my house or of a hotel to give the maximum facility or comfort to a guest who comes in, right? And when I am doing interior designing, the time limit or period of any area which I take it for interior designing is 7 to 8 years. It is not only just I say the building has become old, so I have to do it. Apart from there, apart from my building has become old or my facilities has gone old, I also have to take in consideration the auditing which takes place in the hotel. Can anybody tell me if you have gone through any kind of auditing?
Surprise audit. Internal audit, external audit. Corporate audit.
Okay, hygiene audit, fine. What else? Internal or external audit, that is for my reports and all I do. Very important audit that I have it every 6 months or a year, depending upon hotel to hotel.
Food audit.
You have heard of mystery audit?
Yeah, mystery audit.
Okay, what happens in this?
Somebody comes up, madam.
Okay.
Check.
From the pre-arrival till the guest departures, you will not come to know the guest who has come and stayed with me has done a surprise visit or audit to my hotel and he has gone back. Only when the report goes to the corporate level and from there it is being forwarded to every individual hotel, we come to know the mystery audit has been done. Why I am saying mystery audit? Mystery audit is not only your cleanliness but also they audit your building, right? So maybe when he has gone to the restaurant, he finds that the ambience, it needs a change or it needs an improvement. So he writes it down everywhere in the report. And see, it's not possible for me as a manpower or as an employee, it's not possible for me that I can change everything. But the things which comes into this mystery audit, when they say the facilities or the building has gone old, they don't give the marks for this, then this also becomes a part of interior design, right? Because again I am going to have this audit after every 6 months or a year. So when I do interior designing, not only I say the building has gone old, so I have to do it. It also depends upon the kinds of audit being done by the guests, those who come and check out. So their points are also taken into consideration and I do the interior designing of the building. I hope everybody has understood. And interior designing not only I do for the room, it is also for your lobby or your public areas.